All right, so now we're on handshake number 10, which is called the diamond lock. So from this handshake position right here, we're going to make sure that we have our base lowered. This is very important for all the handshake positions, and for Hapkido in general, you want to have a lower center of gravity. So I lower my gravity 1. Now from here, I'm going to roll his pinky side up and out to the outside of his body. I'm going to take this left hand and form an arc hand position. Just think of an L. Now from this arc hand position is going to go to where the juncture of the hand and the forearm meet, right at the wrist. I'm going to form a C grip on that wrist with my palm down, my finger up, and the thumb on the bottom. Now from here, I'm going to roll my elbow over his elbow as I step in with my left hand side. Now you won't be able to see this just yet, but my hand is rolling around his hand. Now once I'm here, you can see this position. I have a good grip on his hand. Now I'm going to make sure that I have a good fitting with his body, because right now we are loose. So I'm going to pull in on his arm, bringing our bodies together, and this is going to set the grip in. 1. Now from here, I want to make sure that my elbow is tight to his body. I'm going to bring his wrist in towards my face, and then I'm going to turn his pinky in towards his face. So this puts a lot of pressure on that elbow. I'm going to shift my hips, keeping pressure with my elbow, my left side elbow over here on his elbow. 1, and I'm going to bring his pinky, trying to collapse it to his face. 2. So on this side, you should be able to see more details of this lock. So same thing. I want to lower myself. I want to make sure that his pinky side comes up, his thumb side comes down. I have this C grip right here, arc handing into his wrist. Okay, so low, 2, 3, elbows rolling over, putting pressure already on that elbow. Now this hand is rolling around the thumb. This allows me to get to the back of the hand. Now once you're on the back of the hand, you want to make sure that your middle 2 fingers, your middle finger and your ring finger, are on the pinky side, grabbing the meat of the hand. The thumb is placed on the pit of the hand right here, in between the index finger and the thumb, and you're putting pressure in. Now you want to make sure you get that grip, so we're setting it in, pulling. 1. Now you can see my base is low, my elbow is tucked in tight. From here I'm going to pull in towards my face, bringing his pinky towards his face. I'm going to have to shift my hips for this. It's going to put a lot of pressure onto his elbow. 1. Doesn't look like much, but this does cause a lot of pain. At speed, it looks like this. Now, I want you guys to go with this very slow. We're going to go a little bit slower on this. I want to do it from this side so that way you can see. Medium speed. 1, 2. Now look how I'm rolling in. This hip needs to go towards his face as this pinky goes towards his face and my elbow tucks in tight. This elbow is close to my body. What this does is, if he is much stronger than me and my elbow's out, you can see it from this side right here. My elbow's way out like this, I'm losing everything. When my elbow's in tight here this way, and I'm bringing it in towards his face, like if I'm punching towards his face, this little punching motion is going to get that lock in good. So one more time, medium speed. And that is handshake number 10, or the diamond lock. Thank you. All right, so we're back on handshake number 10, and this is just a supplement for smaller people, because what happens is when we get to the standing portion, when you are locked in, sometimes you can lose your balance if you don't have the weight to be able to hold on to the other person and keep your balance. So we're at this position, and what happens is when we're here and we start stepping in and shifting our hips, a lot of times that person will pull and starts losing the grip. So when you feel like somebody is stronger and we get into that same position and they start pulling, just tuck your elbow this elbow right here to the inside of your thigh, and he can pull all he wants, and there's lots of pressure. So one more time, slow. When we get in here, we step, we put that fitting in, you still have everything all set in. You want to make sure as they start to pull, just tuck your elbow in, and you will not have an issue with somebody being more powerful than you. So that is the supplement for handshake number 10, the diamond lock. And make sure to take that slow because it does put a lot of pressure on the elbow. Thank you.